The Bible makes clear that we live on a flat, non-rotating earth and that we live in a realm, not space.
This was written in 91 AD. At the same time, there appeared in Judea an extraordinary person called Jesus, if it be lawful to call him a man. He was a famous worker of miracles, a teacher of those who were desirous of receiving the truth in simplicity, and brought over to him many disciples, both Jews and Gentiles.
You're watching Quik Reaction TV. Not a part of the crew? Join now. Hit that subscribe button. I got an interesting selection today. Let's jump in. Quick!
This video is for entertainment purposes only. Do your own research.
Hey y'all, come look at this.
At this point, if I get picked up by aliens, I'm going to consider it a rescue mission instead of an abduction.
Y'all, true story, be boom. Watch this video to the end. AI-powered glasses to view the Hollywood sign. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Let's go.
Alright guys, so I brought my AI glasses to look at the Hollywood sign.
No, don't do it, bro. What the? What is that?
Very concerning, but I'm not surprised, right? You should be surprised because we all know that Hollywood is openly demonic. These AI glasses really tap into a lot of spiritual stuff.
Those glasses are seeing things. Come on.
So, I mean, this shouldn't be news to anybody, right?
Wow.
But try not to look at, like, crazy things when I'm wearing these because it freaks you out.
Shh. Shut up. What was that? Do you need me to say it? You know what that is. Stop playing with me, son. This video is for entertainment purposes only. I don't know what that guy was seeing on those AI glasses. That was built in special effects with a whole bunch of green screens that made it look like that when it was nothing like that. Shh. Shut up. I'm about to get me a pair of those. Guys, I'm telling you, what if they made those glasses so we can see things? Shh, don't you say it. Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game on here, guys. You see what's going on. Those glasses are pretty cool. They're better than your average glasses. You know, with regular glasses, all you can do is see words and read and see other people be. That's if you got bad vision. Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game on here, guys. You know what time is it. I don't know what he was doing there. Get out of there, bro. Shh. Shut up. You see what was above him? Don't you say it. Stop playing with me, son. It's getting real out here, guys. And I'm telling you right now, go get those glasses because those glasses are fire. But I'll tell you one thing. If I ever put on those glasses and I look at that same sign and I see that, take them off and throw them on the floor. I don't need these no more.
Oh, hell no.
Shout out True Story 718. He's right. Them glasses are fire. But I don't know if they could see things like that. If they can, would y'all get a pair? They too expensive for me. But if y'all hit the like and subscribe button, maybe I can get a pair. Then I'll do a deep dive and do a review. Let y'all know what I see.
You guys want to see proof of the firmament, the waters above, and cosmic fish? Let's start with the firmament. This is a video from one of the most popular celestial accounts on TikTok. He is a glober. He accidentally shows us the firmament and doesn't even realize that is frosted glass. Look at that. If you have no idea what the firmament is, Haven's gonna walk us through really quick. Genesis 1:6, and God said, "Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters." It's often understood as a solid dome or expanse that separates the waters above from the waters below. And we know it's a dome because the Hebrew word translates to expanse or dome. The Greek further solidifies this, and we've always known that we live in a semi-flat realm with a dome-shaped covering. You can literally see waves of water going over the moon in like every telescope video. Look in the craters, you can see the water bubbling up in them and blinking. This is what stars actually look like in telescopes. Firmament Guy also showed us these galaxies. You can tell they're definitely underwater. And look at these stars all around floating. This is bioluminescent water. We get this on Earth at certain times. Bottlenose dolphins in bioluminescent water. And wait for it. I can't get over this. I love the Northern Lights, and this just makes it so much better. In Alaskan folklore, they thought that the Northern Lights were cosmic fish or salmon swimming back home to the great wise bear. And Polaris, God's room, is a part of the Bear constellation. Could this be the river of life? So now, knowing what we know, that the Bible never lies, there's waters above and a firmament, and there's legends about cosmic fish in multiple ancient cultures. Listen, I'm not saying that these are cosmic fish, but I don't think they're UFOs. The more I look at things, the more I'm just mind blown. He really took a bunch of darkness and created unfathomable beauty out of it. I don't even think we've scratched the surface on what God has done.
Oh my God!
Just take a second. Breathe the air. Look at the sky. Listen to the birds. Feel the wind. God is awesome. If you don't believe me, try him for yourself. Now let's keep going.
The sun is electric, the moon is magnetic, male and female, fire and water. The sun gives you energy, it's a positive charge. The moon is negatively charged, taking away your energy. Yin and yang. The earth is darkness, it produces no light of its own. All of the light comes from above, from the etheric and astral plane. The earth is matter, above is spirit. The sun is floating because it's in the etheric plane. As above, so below. All the life comes from above. That's why all religions stem back to the worshipping of the stars. Because the material plane is only alive because of the etheric life force. That's why Jesus is the risen savior. He is the sun with the 12 disciples, 12 zodiac signs. And the sun rises every day and saves you. Jesus was not
Written in 91 AD. At the same time, there appeared in Judea an extraordinary person called Jesus, if it be lawful to call him a man. He was a famous worker of miracles, a teacher of those who were desirous of receiving the truth in simplicity, and brought over to him many disciples, both Jews and Gentiles. This was the Christ, whom Pilate, as the accusation of the princes and the great men of the nation, delivered up to the ignominious punishment of the cross, notwithstanding which those who first loved him did not forsake him. He appeared to them alive again the third day after his crucifixion, with numberless other wonders concerning him. And thence to this day there is a set of people who bear the name of Christian, as owning him for their head, Lord, and Master. My.
That boy is good.
Good.
91 AD. That's 91 AD. I'm going to let that sink in. Drop a good or a G in the comments if you follow.
The Bible makes clear that we live on a flat, non-rotating earth and that we live in a realm, not space. And I'm going to prove it to you. If you don't already use Haven, it's an awesome studying resource. It can pull up verses on specific topics. Everyone I've put onto this loves it. Isaiah 40:22. It is he who sits above the circle of the earth, who stretches out the heavens like a curtain and spreads them out like a tent to dwell in. And a lot of people are going to say, oh, that's proof of the globe. No, it's not. The Hebrew word in this verse can be translated as circle or vault, indicating a rounded or arched shape. This suggests a reference to the dome or the expanse of the heavens. In Isaiah 22, he uses a totally different word for ball. He will surely wind you up tightly like a ball to be thrown into a wide land. Two different words used, and this is the only time that you see this word in the entire Bible. Proverbs 8:27, when he prepared the heavens, I was there. When he drew a circle on the face of the deep. Job 26:10, he has inscribed a circle on the face of the waters at the boundary of light and darkness. Verses in Genesis alone that have the phrase, face of all the earth. What does that make you think of? A watch. The face of a watch. Job 22:14, thick clouds enwrap him so that he does not see, and he walks on the circle of the sky. Matthew 4:8, again, the devil took him to a very high mountain and showed him all the kingdoms of the world and their splendor. Ezekiel 10:1, then I looked, and behold, in the firmament that was above the head of the cherubims, there appeared over them, as it were, a sapphire stone, as the appearance of the likeness of a throne. Revelation 7:1, after this I saw four angels standing at the four corners of the earth, holding back the four winds of the earth. Job 22:14, thick clouds enwrap him so that he does not see, and he walks on the circle of the sky. Remember, this is the same word that you can also translate to vault or arch. Here's just 3 verses that say, the world shall be stable, it shall not be moved. A lot of people love to say, oh, the Bible never said that the earth is flat, because it's not needed. When you read it and compare the verses, it's obvious. We 100% live in God's realm.
That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's the MVP! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Crazy historical coincidences that cannot be explained. In 1893, a man named Henry Ziegland broke up with his girlfriend at the time, who then died by suicide. Her brother tried to kill Henry by shooting at him, but he missed, and the bullet got stuck in a tree. 20 years later, Henry Ziegland decided to cut down the tree. When it fell, the bullet was dislodged and flew out, which struck him, killing him on the exact spot where he had been shot at 20 years earlier. On August 6, 1945, a Japanese man named Tsutomu Yamaguchi was in Hiroshima for a work trip when the first atomic bomb was dropped. Despite severe burns and injuries, he managed to escape the city and return home to Nagasaki the next day. 3 days later, while on his way to work, the second atomic bomb was dropped, this time in his own city. Miraculously, he survived again and went on to live up until his death in 2010. In 1912, a woman named Violet Jessup was aboard the Titanic when it sank after hitting an iceberg. Luckily, she survived. A few years later, in 1916, she was on the Britannic when it struck a mine and sank again. She survived. Lastly, she was on board the Olympic, which collided with another ship, and yet she survived again, and is known as the only person to have survived 3 separate disasters at sea.
I don't know what's more bizarre, the events in each story or the fact that they're all true. Y'all let me know how y'all feel in the comments below.
If you see a lady in the night dancing in traditional clothing, whatever you do, don't approach her. At least, that's what we heard from what seems like an urban legend at this point. The Serbian dancing lady was first spotted in a forgotten website called 9gag. On September 22, 2019, user Alan Blue uploaded a creepy video showcasing this ominous lady dancing in the middle of the night. Unidentified sources from local news, Serbia Today, reports of a police officer receiving complaints from the locals of a mentally ill lady in traditional clothing getting in the way of drivers, then threatening them with a knife. So I guess inspiration arose, and stories are now told of a wandering Serbian lady that if disturbed will haunt you down with a knife.
Stop.
What do you mean by that?
Past is past. Never come again. The present is the greatest gift you have, because no one knows what tomorrow holds. You don't know. I don't know. Nobody knows. So why waste today? Live in the now, cherish every moment, and let go of what's behind you. The present is all we truly have. Don't let it slip away.
Never thought I would say this, but the Joker has good advice.
Will, Willow, and Jaden. Meet the Smiths, y'all. Alright, now before I get with this breakdown, I want to preface this. My decodings are not for everybody. Meaning, if you don't understand supreme mathematics, then you can't and will not understand what I'm throwing out here. See, our ancestors had taught us that life is a game. And game is all about numbers, right? Like the Matrix code, the green screen of illusion. It's all numbers. Numbers follow us everywhere. Your social security, your driver's license number, your license plate, your VIN, your address. Numbers follow us because we are numbers, which is sacred geometry that decided to manifest itself through these hydrocarbon body, and when it did, it took on the shape of the number 5. You see, the number 5 looks like a child in the fetal position, which is when it's in the womb. This is sacred geometry. That's why we got a song called I Got 5 on It. So if you don't understand supreme mathematics, meaning everything is numbers, everything has a code, and everything is encoded, then my decodings will go over your head. And if and when it does, I want you to step back and think about this. You don't have to comment anything. If you have nothing nice to say, you don't have to say anything at all. You could keep it moving. This type of content is for my woke Wakandan brothers and sisters. So you have will, which is the will of God. Okay, the will of God is the sun. Because when you break down the word will, you get we and El. The word we means we, right, like us, and then El is short for Elohim, which means many gods. Now, if you're familiar with the Bible, particularly the Ezekiel story, they depict as God is a wheel within a wheel, like will. That's why you write a will before you pass away, because you're about to meet will, which is God, the wheel within the wheel. And depending where you're from, people can say wheel or will. So the will of God is low, and the Son of God, which is the will of God, now it's in the house. Now, a lot of people were confused as to why Jaden Smith's head is inside of this castle. Well, when you break down the word castle, you have the word cast L, which means to cast light. If you zoom in into his face, we see what appears to be sun rays coming out of his face. Not just any sun rays, the black sun rays, the black sun. Why? Because the real sun is here, the black sun. That is the real sun, which if you guys know about the black sun, it is the heartbeat. It is the battery of Earth that's coming back to life. So it's here. It's in the house now. That's why Jaden Smith gives you 34. Now to the people that have been following me for a while, 34 is what? Graduation. We're graduating. I've been telling you guys this. How many felony counts was Trump found guilty of? 34. 3 plus 4 gives you 7. 7 is the number of spiritual completion, which gives you the Holy Trinity. The Holy Trinity. Coincidentally enough, Will Smith just dropped a video with Big Sean where he starred in The Matrix, which Trinity is a player in The Matrix. The Holy Trinity. When the Holy Trinity is activated, you get what's called plasmoids. That's why they've been talking about the plasmoids that's in the ethers now. That's here. Willow Smith gives you 43, which mirrors 34, showing you that the will was low, now it's in the house. The spiritual world is mirroring the physical world, because we know the melanated goddess is the creator of the spiritual world, because melanin is magic. That's why when you add up 3 plus 4, it gives you 7, spiritual perfection. And when you add up 4 plus 3, it gives you 7, spiritual perfection. So 7 plus 7 gives you 14. Y'all remember what the number 14 gave you? God, blacks, Satan. And remember, the 14th Amendment is only attributed to us. And you see them wearing all black. So you've got 7, 7, 7, which is the Holy Trinity. When you get the Holy Trinity, you get graduation. And when graduation happens, you get the plasmoids. So 7 times 3 gives you 21. And the reason why that's important is because when you look at Will Smith over here, it looks like he's got something on his tux. Let's zoom in. Now, this is what his tux says. His tux says Je t'aime, which means I love you in French. Now, the etymology of French means freeman. Like free men that's coming to free the men, the true men. Remember Truman Show, Truman Freeman? Now the reason why that's important is because Je t'aime gives you 21. Remember the 7 times 3? 21 also gives you Saturn. Saturn, because Saturn rules the age of Aquarius, all right? Which is the age of truth. That's why everybody's finding out who we are, even our people. Y'all surprised, huh? Also gives you love, because we have to love ourselves. That's why his lapel says Je t'aime. Through love, finding ourselves, we will evolve, we will ascend. Y'all see that, right? So this is why Jaden Smith 34 gives you graduation, and Willow, which is the will of God that is low, it's in the house, mirrors with 43, meaning completion. It's here. So the White House is about to turn into what they always, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Let's get it. That's why I told you guys Donald Trump is here to dismantle and destroy this illegal governmental system that was enacted here in the first place. All right. Will of God gives you 42. What else gives you 42? Donald John, which is Donald's first and middle name. And even his middle and last name gives you 42. Remember, 42, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is the answer to the universe. Remember that, right? And Donald John Trump gives you 66, and he is what? The 60th president, which is what? 666, which is carbon, which is melanin. And carbon, hydrocarbon, neuromelanin is what? Is God. That's why he said he was saved by God, and he vows to bring in the golden age. And this is a celebration here. That's why they were in the bathroom stall, because the energy was stalling, but not no more. It's here now. No more stalling. So yes, y'all, the energy is here, and a lot of you guys say y'all can feel it. Now y'all may ask, why does Will Smith give you 30? Because he represents the Holy Trinity. He represents the mother, father, and child energy, which is Isis Ra'el, which is the unification of the mental, the spiritual, and the astral world, right? God's will be done on earth as it is in heaven. This is what's happening. But let me know what you guys think about this video. I do these decodings, y'all. Follow me on my YouTube for more decodings like this. And if you yourself are looking for a personal decoding, let me know. DM me. This is what I do. We all have a code here. What is your code? What are you here to do? But until then, let's continue to get this shift. Peace in.
Leave that dope alone.
He
need to leave that dope alone.
Is he reaching, or is this facts? Somebody let me know something that I don't know in the comments below. There it is, Quik Crew. Thanks for chilling to the end. Please like, comment, subscribe until we commune again. Remember, keep God first, respect yourself, and remember to forgive. And I'll see you in the next vid. Quik